Little Nitro.
Stacked.
If James lost, he'd have to eat a dub.
I'm not doing that. Did you see that clip of Deion Sanders?
You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Deion.
Let me put some respect on his name. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show coming out live out of Studio 44. Producer James is in the building, coming off a long, hot weekend. That's probably why he's wearing the white tee today, just to get a little extra cool. And then the man in the DF dub, rocking that throwback jersey, repping that man out of Pittsburgh. Wes Washington in the DF dubs. How you living, sir?
I'm doing good, bro.
You good?
You know, haters gonna hate, but I'm feeling good, man.
I see you flexing with the throwback.
Dude, hey, the reason I love football and the reason I love the Dallas Cowboys was Tony Dorsett, man. Playing, football in the front yard, man. Oh, pitch me the ball, I'm Tony Dorsett,
With that power sweep to the left or what?
Oh, dude, yeah. Hey, was it any better play than Tony Dorsett going 99 against Minnesota?
Yeah, that's like one of the longest. I think it has to be a record because of how long it is. But man, that was a huge play. Producer James in the building. How you living, sir?
I'm good.
Yes.
You
don't really wear caps, right? You're not really a cap guy.
Mm-mm.
Okay, all right.
They say you look taller if you don't wear hats.
Maybe that's why I always wear a hat, because I don't know.
Wes over here thinking it's Halloween, dressing like a trash can tonight.
Oh Lord!
Actually, that's a dumpster right there.
Man.
First of all, dude, you're
None.
disrespecting a Hall of Famer.
No, I'm not disrespecting the Hall of Famer.
There you are.
I'm
disrespecting the entire organization, the
trash?
entire organization here. All right.
Oh,
So
not just the player.
So the best franchise in sports, you're calling the trash can?
I would say the most valuable. I wouldn't say the best franchise, but definitely the most valuable. Kicking it off, ladies and gentlemen, we got 4 teams reporting to training camp today. The other 28 will be reporting tomorrow. Lots of activity on the PUP list, the physically unable to perform. What's up with your boy Bakhtiari, man? Why is this dude obviously getting on he hasn't played really, he's played one game since 2019.
Yeah.
And that was against the sorry-ass Detroit Lions. I don't know if they're being too careful with him, but there is a deadline. If you, I don't know if you know this, but if they get into the season, it's probably a couple of days before the season starts. If you're on the PUP list, that's 4 weeks automatic. But we're not at that deadline yet, so I think maybe they're trying to slow play him through training camp. I wouldn't let him play maybe but the last preseason game. But is this a big deal?
Yeah.
You lost Devontae. Now Bakhtiari is kind of falling in line. What's the feeling like from Packers fans? A lot of Packers fans that I'm watching are just not happy about this.
Yeah, we're supposed to have him back. I feel like last season, and heading into the playoffs. I thought he was gonna come back. Didn't play at all during the playoffs, and I was kind of bummed out. But I don't know, man. What are we gonna do? You know what I mean?
You still got the killer back there, though.
Yeah.
AR-12.
Yeah, for sure.
And he played a bit of some trash offensive line last year.
yeah. It's always good to have that wall up there,
But they're not gonna be able to do anything unless they have that guy on the offensive line to kind of lead. We're talking about arguably second Trent. Dude, there's some badass offensive linemen, but I don't know. Bakhtiari's up there. He's 1 or 2, 3, arguably 2. But at the same time, you have to really ask yourself, they're not winning playoff games, and this is going to lead me into one of my questions later on. They're not winning playoff games without a strong offensive line. They've proven it the last 2 years.
Yeah.
What is your thought process? How long did they sit Bakhtiari if he is going to play in the playoffs?
As far as this season goes, I don't know.
You're going to get 10 wins minimum from Aaron.
They haven't really said much about his injury other than him not being able to play. You said, it was that one game in Detroit or against Detroit. So I don't know. I don't know where his his recovery is at. I don't know like what's going on. I don't know like on his day to day. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a mystery right now. Wes, the Cowboys look poised going into training camp tomorrow.
Wait. Before y'all go into that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I can't see y'all. Just wanted to let y'all know.
Okay, appreciate that. Dallas going into training camp tomorrow is going to be news headlines all over the place. They're going to be the ones. We got you now. You can see us.
Yeah.
There's going to be headlines all over the place about the Dallas. Hold on, let me get into it real quick, and then we'll get there. Where is Dallas going to start off with? Is this going to be a complete analyzation of Mike McCarthy knowing how well Dallas played last year? They didn't win anything in the playoffs, but they did compete very well throughout the season against teams who were above average and below. The good teams they couldn't beat. We all know that. That's evident. But is that on Mike McCarthy, or is this going to be a deep dive into, because the headlines are kind of trending in the way people are more critical right now of the coaching staff more than they are of the players right now. And right now, everybody seems to be fully healthy. Dak's boasting about being super in shape. People are talking about Zeke being there. They said the same shit last year. Now you have a decreased a decreased receiving core, and people are talking about Tony Pollard picking up reps. Okay, fine. But how do they get over that hump? What is it going to be to the point? I don't need you waving me on, but I can see what you're doing right there. At the same time, you got to ask yourself, is this Dallas's time to analyze the coaching staff, or are they trying to make moves in their roster?
Woosah. First of all, man,
how was that stressful? How was that question stressful?
We just start off. They ain't worth shit this year. Just because they have a chance to win the NFC East, don't make them worth a damn. They got a lot of questions to ask. I think first of all, I'll start off with the offensive coordinator. I don't think the offensive coordinator is the right fit for this team. Maybe I know a lot of people are big on Kellen Moore's mind, and he's a great offensive guy, but I think he gets too fancy with the Dallas Cowboys. I think he overdoes it. The one bright spot, if you're looking at coaching, has got to be your boy from Atlanta. His name is what's his name?
Which coach are you talking about?
The defensive coordinator.
Dan Quinn.
Huh?
Dan Quinn.
Yes, Dan Quinn is the one highlight in the coaching staff. After that, it really goes downhill. Mike McCarthy, what has he done?
Nothing.
But shit the bed. And then you look at the team. I mean, the team, obviously, again, they come in to the season, and it's a bunch of hype about, you got a healthy Zeke. Now they're saying Dak is supposed to be better because this year he's not focusing on his injury. He's focusing on getting better as a player. But you lose basically a staple or a safety blanket for Dak with your boy Amari Cooper. I also think Wilson made a lot of plays, so he's out on the offense. You lose Lyle Collins on the offensive line, which is already shaky at best. So, I mean, what do you – I don't know. I don't see how Dallas Cowboy fans can be excited or be hopeful for this upcoming season, because I tell you who ain't, and I'm colored in Dallas Cowboy shit. And I tell you, I'm not excited about this season. I don't think it's going to be a good season because I just don't see them being very good. I see them finish at best, maybe second in the NFC East. I see them missing the playoffs, and I see that Jerry in the front office is going to have to make some decisions because
do they fire him? Do they fire Mike McCarthy after this? If that ends up being what comes to fruition, do they fire him?
First of all, I would have fired Mike McCarthy after this past season.
You would have never hired him, to be honest. We would have never. Anybody in the right mind would have never hired Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying after this past season and what happened, you're talking about a team that was very hyped up, and you lose a home game to San Francisco you lose to Jimmy Garoppolo, who the 49ers, they don't even want this guy as their quarterback. So, like, I just don't understand it, you know. I know Dak gets all these trash can stats, and it's like, oh, well, he's ranked here, and then he's ranked here, da-da-da-da. Dude, I'm tired of these trash can stats. So, I mean, yes, if Mike McCarthy, he doesn't do anything, if he doesn't get the Dallas Cowboys out of the second round and playing for a championship game, I didn't say he got to get him to the Super Bowl because that ain't gonna happen. But if he can get him to, I say the second round, then he can keep his job.
When you say second round, like you mean divisional round, or do you mean NFC Championship?
All right, so basically, if he's I'll tell you what Jerry's gonna do. If he's in content to win the NFC East, if he wins the NFC East again, Jerry's gonna keep him. But what he really should be like, if you don't win the first round, if you don't get out of the second round, you got to win two rounds. Then Jerry should move on. That's the way I feel. But maybe he's on the fence if he wins that first round game, competes in that second round game, and then maybe you're like, all right, I give you another year.
So they could win a wild card game, and you saying compete in a divisional game, and he sticks around.
Yeah,
but is that with coming in second in the division? Because I don't think that's
no. I'm saying they got to win the division, play it in the first week because I don't think they're gonna get a bye, and then they got to get to the second round and they got to compete. But if you get a second round where you're at home and you lose, then I think he's got to go.
So let's entertain this thought. We walked down your path. I think that's a very plausible path. A dream scenario would be they win the East and they have the number 1 seed and they have a first round bye. That's we're talking about the sky is falling, right? I know I saw you look up the sky is falling. We entertained your thought. Let's entertain my thought. Now at this position, if they don't go to the NFC Championship game, like if they lose like the Packers lost in the first round last year, you got to let Mike McCarthy go.
If you get a first round,
you
get a first round and you lose that first game that you play at home,
right? You lose the division. You lose the divisional round. That's a big embarrassment.
That's a huge embarrassment, especially if you're the number 1 seed.
Right, you're the number 1 seed. So that kind of leads me into my next question. This was going to be a topic we'll probably have to do the one guy to go in the next segment. This is kind of leading me into the next question I had. Which quarterback has the most pressure this season? And we'll do a round robin because the Packers are going to be in this mix. Which quarterback has the most pressure to win a Super Bowl this year? And I thought that would be an interesting topic just to kind of piggyback because I don't think it's Dak Prescott. I really don't. I think it's there's 2 of the old guys, and I think there's maybe like one more team out there. It's definitely going to be, well, there could be 2. I could say 2 in the NFC and 2 in the AFC for 100%. But I'll kick it off, Wes. I'm going to throw it to you, and then we're going to go to James. So, Wes, who do you think has the most pressure to win a Super Bowl as far as a quarterback in this 2022 season?
So, I mean, with the question, it's kind of like, who's most pressure to win a Super Bowl? Dak Prescott has the most pressure to win playoff games. He doesn't have to win a Super Bowl. He's got to win playoff games.
We're talking about Super Bowls.
Yeah, so if we're talking about Super Bowls, I think the most pressure has got to be on. I think it's got to be Aaron Rodgers, especially in the NFC. In the AFC.
No. I just mean overall. Like, who has the most pressure?
Overall, I think it's got to be Aaron Rodgers. It's no disrespect to the little man, James. Don't get mad, but I just feel like he's at that point at that age where it's like, how much time does he have left?
I think Aaron has a lot of time left.
I don't think so because I mean, the way he plays, I just see him getting hurt, rolling out and making plays.
Bro, he doesn't miss games.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers does not miss games.
Bro, we need to go back on that because
okay, how many years do we want to go back? What's relative?
I mean, he's missed some seasons. He's missed some stuff.
Okay, but tell me when. That's what we do on the show. When did he miss it? Because he's been back-to-back MVP the last 2 years. He could have won it the year before that when Mahomes won it. And so you kind of ask yourself, like, this dude could have been three-time NFL MVP back-to-back, which he's probably going to be shooting for this year as well.
But yes, I understand you saying he doesn't miss games, but he's hurt a lot. He plays hurt.
Hey, man.
And I think because he plays hurt,
availability.
And because of but I'm saying because he plays hurt and because of the way he plays, it's difficult for him to play that way. For say you're talking about like say a Tom Brady, you're talking about a Ben Roethlisberger, maybe a Peyton Manning, where they have the size or they don't roll out that much, so they don't really have to be as healthy. I think with your boy Aaron, he needs to be healthy because he needs to make plays with his legs.
Aaron won an MVP on a broken toe.
Yeah, but I'm saying he still needs to make plays with his legs.
He does. You saw the rollout, and you saw how he said he owned the Bears. That was a rollout for 6. I mean, he's doing the things you're talking about that he leads him to getting hurt, which he's not getting hurt. That's why the argument really doesn't stand up where I'm in my interpretation of that.
But he is getting hurt because, like you said, he had a problem with the toe.
If you don't play,
he's playing. I get he's playing hurt,
right?
But he needs to be healthier than what at the level that he's playing at. He's playing, but what level of healthy is he playing at?
So are you talking about injured or are you talking about hurt? There's a big difference.
No, I mean like he's not at a good enough percentage to play the game he needs to play at. He's good. He's obviously better. Him at 40% is better than anybody on the roster. If he can get out there and walk around and do whatever, he's obviously the best option.
So are you saying what are you saying by for him to win? You mean like win in the postseason? Is that what you're trying to say?
For A-Rod?
For Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, he needs to win a Super Bowl or go to a Super Bowl.
Okay, I agree with that. James?
I'm going to go ahead and agree with Wes, surprisingly. Aaron Rodgers
has the most pressure to win a championship.
Yeah, I feel like because, of all the people that I can think of at the top of my head, they've been to, 3 straight? I think the NFC championships. 2 straight. And, they've been lingering. They've been top contenders, for the past, like what, 5-6 years, for a good while now. And, it's just something every year. Just when you thought they had it all patched up last year, the defense was looking all right. It was looking good. It was looking pretty good in towards the end.
Top 5 defense.
Yeah. Towards the end of the season, it was really coming together. And then what happens to special team shits the bed, against the 49ers with fumbling the punt return and getting one blocked, I think, also. Mm-hmm. So,
and that's been remedied this year by the new special teams coordinator, former of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Come to mind, man.
Bisaccia.
Okay.
He's the one who took over for Gruden.
Okay.
Best special teams coordinator in the game.
Okay. Hopefully, let's see. Like me being a fan, I'm like, all right, what's it going to be now?
So those are your expectations. So they've kind of
for sure.
They're trying to remedy everything, and that's why I think Aaron has a lot on his plate. But I'm gonna let you finish. Then I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Like I've been saying it, on the show. Like I'm not only am I not comfortable or satisfied with the Super Bowl appearance. Mm-hmm. We need to go and we need to win it. I'm tired of the NFC Championship. I don't want the NFC Championship. I want a Super Bowl.
You're starting to sound like Dallas Cowboy fans.
No, y'all want a playoff win first.
No, they want a Super Bowl. What do they say every year? We're going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they can't even get a freaking...
They don't.
That's true. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. That. I'm saying the delusional Cowboy fans, hold on, Wes, the delusional Cowboy fans always start to chant, Super Bowl. This year it's us, Super Bowl. We know that's not true.
Well, you got delusional fans, though, in every fan base. You can't say just the Cowboys.
Yeah, but the Cowboys are the loudest. They're the loudest.
This is the year. Yeah, because this is our year.
it's the biggest fan base.
Not true, but that doesn't discount them not being the loudest.
They're the biggest fan base.
Nobody disagreed with you, bro. We agree. I'm just telling you that's the reason why.
Yeah.
You're just gonna hear about it more.
Overall, I think it is Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's done a lot with not very much as far as like talent wise. Yeah, he had Devontae Adams, which had 2 back-to-back badass seasons. Mm-hmm. But I mean, these guys like MVS, Lazard, Robert Tonyan, they're really guys would you have heard from him, like as much as Aaron made him? He's a guy that makes people around him better. So he's been able to do a lot with very little, I feel like. But I mean, regardless, the time is ticking. That's my main reason for saying Aaron Rodgers is the most pressure to win a Super Bowl, because the time's ticking. Time's ticking.
Time's ticking in Green Bay. Yeah. I'll say that. I don't think time's ticking for Aaron. But for me, I think the quarterback who has the most pressure to win is Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. Now you have the best quarterbacks who come in from the AFC go into the AFC West. You have Russell come over from Seattle. And then you have Carr getting the arguably number 1 receiver in Devontae Adams. I had a little side question I wanted to get into with Devontae and Aaron. We might circle back to it. We'll have to just wait and see. And then, of course, you have the young gun, the 6'6" young gun, Herbert, with the Chargers in L.A. And L.A., the Chargers saw what the Rams did in 1 year, and it looks like they're circling the wagons to make the same kind of run. And what happens with Tyreek Hill? He gets traded out to Miami. Tyreek Hill goes on a rant on his podcast saying he made Mahomes, not the other way around. Okay, fine. Well, now MVS comes over from Green Bay, and now I think Patrick Mahomes, especially with the huge AFC game last year in the playoffs with the Buffalo Bills, and Buffalo's going to be the class. They're going to be the team to beat in the AFC. Patrick Mahomes needs to go out, and the dynasty that everybody said was being created in Kansas City, you got to clock ticking with Kelsey. MVS could be a guy who could change some things. Big, long, speedy. But at the same time, I think Mahomes has a lot of the difficulties that Wes was talking about with Aaron. He rolls out a lot. He gets nicked up. It affects his play. It almost cost them the playoff win a couple of years ago when they played Cleveland. It took a backup to come in and convert a big 4th and down ballsy call by Andy Reid to get that conversion so that get the ball turned back over to Cleveland, who Baker Mayfield was quarterback at the time for Cleveland, now in Carolina. But what I'm getting towards is like Mahomes is like, dude, you had this big ass near $500 million contract set out, and now it's time for you to start paying up because you won a ring. You got the Hunt Trophy back to KC. You got a championship since Willie Lanier was middle linebacker for Kansas City. If you don't know that name, go look it up. At the same time, it's like you can win, but you need playoff appearances. And you got to win when you get to the Super Bowl. And you can't let Josh Allen, you got Cooks now in Buffalo, backup or little brother Dalvin Cook. You got Diggs. You got Nicks. Hell, what if they were able to recruit Gronkowski? Gronkowski's from Buffalo. Get him to go. It would be amazing to kind of see that. Hold on, Wes. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of like. I would really be interested to kind of see is if they can pull these maneuvers. But I think Patrick Mahomes has all the pressure to get out of that division and then get into the. Arguably, they could send 3 teams to the postseason. I think, but the Vegas Raiders they look hot. LA Chargers look hot. Russell Wilson, we don't really know what's going to happen there. But Mahomes is supposed to be the class of the AFC. And Josh Allen is coming to take that throne. Wes, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying you can't really bring it. Gronk says he's not playing at all. I don't think.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm teasing it. I don't think he's going to play.
Yeah. Gronk's not playing. With Mahomes, I don't know if he has that much pressure on him for the reason of he's won a Super Bowl. He's been to a Super Bowl. How long has he been there? I mean, he's done a lot. I think if the team is exciting to watch and they compete to play and they, get into the playoffs, I think Kansas City's kind of happy because you got to realize what was Kansas City really before Pat Mahomes? Who's a great
Doormat.
Who's the great quarterback for the Chiefs?
Joe Montana.
You can't say Joe Montana. He was there.
When you say great, like that's the only one.
Exactly. Pat Mahomes, in the little time he's been there, is the greatest quarterback in Chiefs history.
True, but at the same time, like NFL is what have you done for me lately? Nobody gives a shit about history. We want to know what you're going to be doing this year. That's the way the world works.
I just think they're going to be happy for a few years if the Chiefs are just making the playoffs. I don't think the Chiefs fans are going to be that butthurt. Now you get into when later on down the line, say he's been there as long as Aaron Rodgers and he still hadn't won another Super Bowl, then that's when things start, it gets a little bit of pressure on it. But I definitely think out of Pat Mahomes and Dak, there's definitely more pressure on Dak.
No, you're on a different planet with that argument.
You're talking about somebody that hadn't done shit but got a paycheck.
Here we're going 35 West again. 35 West.
I'm just saying.
Dak does not deserve to be in this conversation, bro.
Why doesn't he? Over Pat Mahomes for sure. Pat has done something in the league. He is Pat Mahomes has earned his money.
That means you raise the level of expectation.
Yeah,
we need Dak. We need Dak. Dak's level of expectation is to win 2 playoff games. Patrick Mahomes' level of expectation is to win the Super Bowl. Same thing with Aaron. Same thing with Tom.
Hey, you can't expect. He's not. You can't compare the Chiefs to what the Patriots had. I mean, yeah, Tom was killing it, but you're talking about. I don't think Andy Reid's on the level of Belichick. I don't think that the defenses have played as good as any New England defense.
You do know New England beat Philadelphia when Andy Reid was head coach, right? Donovan McNabb, Westbrook, T.O. You do know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know New England did it. That's exactly right. So I'm saying.
Yes, Andy Reid is on that level.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Because you're talking about he had that 1 year and then
got fired from Philly, went to KC, built a team, drafted Mahomes. They had who was Mahomes studying under? Alex Smith. And then
Andy Reid took over. Andy Reid is nowhere close to being on Belichick's level.
Bro, you're talking about the GOAT. So I think that's where this conversation kind of gets mixed up.
Are you saying that Mac Brown's on the level of Nick Saban?
Who?
Mac Brown. He's on the level of Nick Saban.
Not even close. He's on.
Exactly.
Nick Saban's on the
Andy
same.
Reid ain't even close.
Nick Saban's on the same wavelength as Bear Bryant.
Nick Saban's on his own level.
No, he's not, bro.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. That's another conversation that if we got to go fact for fact, then we'll see who's going to end up in that W column right there with that one. But yeah,
ain't nobody else Saban or Belichick's level in coaching.
Maybe
say Steve Walsh maybe with Belichick, but
Steve Walsh.
Yeah, are you kidding me? The dude created the West Coast offense.
All right, guys, we'll get into a quick break. When we come back, we got a couple of what's up?
Before we go, we had a David Campos in the chat. Shout out to him, and make sure you like and subscribe. He first of all said, we're going to run the ball better and defense will play well. Dak will be better because he will be healthy and spread the ball around. We will win the East and compete for a playoff win. He said McCarthy's gone if they don't win a playoff game. As far as the quarterback under most pressure to win a Super Bowl, he said it was Lamar Jackson in his opinion. And he also said Aaron Rodgers has too much going on off the field to win a Super Bowl.
And Wes, it's not Steve Walsh. He's a quarterback for the Bears. It's Bill Walsh, 49ers.
Oh, well, my bad, dude. Hey,
all right, guys. Man, until then, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Stay around. Have fun for a while. Let us entertain you. We're gonna fight sometime, but that's how families do. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show, getting back into the mix. Found a little image online over the weekend. Shout out to producer James for locating that. We thought we'd go ahead and play a little game of One Got to Go. And this week we got 4 quarterbacks that are on near the bottom of the barrel. One of them doesn't have really a home yet, but let's throw up that graphic. What's up, Wes? What's up?
You said who found it? You said producer James.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah.
My bad. My fault. I'm
Of course,
sorry.
I wouldn't go say
I'm
nothing.
sorry, Wes. Wes found it. Wes found it.
Like I don't provide anything to the show.
This guy right here, he found it. This guy found it.
I'm just saying, you know, every once in a while, I want to get some of my props for providing something to the show.
Bro, you
Ain't about you and James all the
you
time.
provide everything to the show, man. We couldn't be doing the show without you.
Oh, you ain't got to lie.
That beautiful smile coming in, brightening everybody's day.
damn.
Just saying.
You ain't got to lie, Craig.
Now for the rest of your face, that's a different story.
Oh, damn.
But you smile, you looking good, sir. Looking good. Just gotta say, you got a good smile, Wes.
All right,
That must be why he gets a lot of female attention. I think that's what it is.
I think Wes should introduce the
Or he's 6'6",
graphic.
one of the two. Yeah, Wes, you go ahead.
Maybe it's both.
Probably. All right, Wes, since you found it, one got to go introduce the slide here as James puts it up on the image on the screen.
Yeah, put it up there real quick.
Yes, sir.
Right here, you got 4 quarterbacks that are kind of they came into the league. They were big. They came into the league as big time college players. Came into the league as high draft picks, except for Tannehill. I mean, I'm not Tannehill. I mean Garoppolo. But all these guys played at big time colleges. But as their NFL career goes on, kind of falling behind the waistline. Are they starters? Do you want to press on? So one's got to go. So who's the guy that you're like, all right, you know, that one's got to be done with? So let's start off with you, James.
I'm going to say Jared Goff. You have got to go. You have got to go.
Why is it just because of the NFC North bias? Is that what it is?
I think so. I think I mean that one year that he made it to a Super Bowl, didn't he?
With who?
Yeah.
Who?
So
With
I'm
who?
saying, how many of those guys up there, James, have made it to the Super Bowl?
Hey, you're out of this conversation. You're a Cowboys fan.
There
Hey,
is one who has made it to the Super Bowl on that list.
What?
There's 2 of them that have made it to the Super Bowl.
On what list?
He wasn't starting. Let's put it this way: only one of them started in Super Bowl.
No, both of them started Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
You're talking about that one too. Okay,
Why y'all being
Jimmy
on?
G and Goff were 2 guys that made it.
but
to
see,
Super Bowl.
you're right, Wes. You're right. But I just don't see Jared Goff. I don't see him as he was ever there. They got handed it by the Patriots and Brady. But yeah,
I just don't like him as a quarterback. Not like as a person, you know. Of course, I don't know the guy, but as a quarterback, I would not have him on my team. If these guys were to choose from, I'd say Jared Goff. Hit the road, Jack.
and don't come back no more, no more,
Don't come
no
back,
more,
man.
no
Don't come
more, no more, Jack.
All right. But all right, I can see what your problems with Goff is. His expectations never did meet up to, you know, his play never met up to his expectations. I get what you're saying. And then, you know, you get thrown to Detroit, and so your career is not gonna go. You're not gonna get better going from the Rams to Detroit. You know, if you can't carry the Rams, you definitely can't carry the Lions. All right, so now we're gonna go to my boy Paul Rodriguez.
Man, this is you kind of have to ask yourself. There's 2 quarterbacks here that they're on my chopping block, and it's Jameis and Jared. But see, I'm gonna have to take a full season, and if I take a full season of Jared Goff, and I match up against the last full season of Jameis Winston, I'm cutting that dub-eating, corny, weird from Florida State Heisman Trophy. I'm cutting Jameis ass Winston. 2 reasons. You can't have 30 touchdowns and 30 picks and a QB rating of 84, I think. And Jared Goff, don't get me wrong, he had 9 picks and like 12 touchdowns and had a rating of 91. What's bigger, 91 and a half or 84 and a whatever? I'm sorry, Jameis. You got to go, sir. I get it. This is before Sean Payton and all that mess. But son, you threw 30 picks and 30 touchdowns. You got to go.
And take your crab legs with you.
Take your gosh, dog. I want to say some other things, but I'm gonna say it. Take your goofy ass home.
I mean, I don't even know if we need to finish the segment now, because that's hard to argue. Because with me with Jameis Winston, it's not just the play of Jameis Winston and the mistakes he makes on the field. It's the mistakes he makes off the field.
Like in the locker room.
In the locker room, with the press, with just the things that comes out of his mouth. He just sounds stupid. And then it's hard for you to be a coach, head coach, or offensive coordinator and be like, yeah, that's my guy that just said that dumb shit. Yeah. And I'm saying he's gonna lead us somewhere.
Well, it's kind of like Paul earlier on today. Like, I was like, man, let's have a good. Wait, Wes wanted us to have a good. What did he say? Wes wanted us to have a good show.
Coach just wanted us to have a good show. Just have a good game. We had a good game.
He like, I went to Paul. I said, Paul, man, you strong? And Paul said, yeah, I'm strong. I go, hey, Paul, I'm strong. And then I was like, hey, Paul, you know what? We strong.
We're both strong.
Those are literally those two. The thing James said, the thing Wes said, those are literally what Jameis Winston has said to the public and to the media. I mean, hey, you know what? When we weren't talking about football, Paul, I realized, you know what? I love football. And then we stopped talking football. And then, you know what? I said to myself, you know what? I love to talk about football, Paul. Jameis Winston was drafted in 2015, first round, number 1 overall. And his ass is getting cut out of these other jokers. Let me ask you a question real quick. What does Tony Romo, 35 West, what does Tony Romo and Jimmy Garoppolo have in common besides dating hot women, attractive women? What's the one thing they have in common?
I don't know if they have that much in common, but
I know the answer if you don't know.
I think Tony Romo is a better quarterback, but you talking about in pressure situations? Tony Romo has failed.
They both went to Eastern Illinois. That's it. They both went to Eastern Illinois University.
All right, but wait, before we go too far, I have to pick one.
That's right. Because you found
since you took Winston, I'm gonna pick another one, and I'm gonna go with Ryan Tannehill. Wow. I'm going with Ryan Tannehill because to me, he's got a great situation where he can live off play action. And if you can't be a good play action quarterback, then why are you in the league? And he can't do it. Because he should be the best play action quarterback in the league. Should he not?
You don't think he is?
Who, Tannehill?
No, yeah, Tannehill. Yeah. I think Tannehill can do the job, and he won't lose you the job.
I don't know if y'all watch this team. He's such a letdown. And you're talking about a dude. I sent y'all another meme. You're talking about a dude that's costing his team so much money, and he can't contribute.
Bro, that's not his fault.
No, it is his fault.
No, it's not.
He's the one. He's the one holding that team back. Where's the other weaknesses on this team?
Well, right now, wide receiver. Because AJ Brown got dealt to Philly. That's what I'm telling you is I don't think Tannehill's the problem. I think their shitty ass general manager is the problem. How do you do the deal with Tannehill that's going to have so much money against your cap, and then you dip out your best young receiver to Philly for garbage, for nothing. That's a GM problem.
Yeah, but I mean, what does he have to work with? I don't know, man. Maybe Tannehill's his son-in-law or something. I don't know the whole detail, but I don't just honest.
I can't be mad at somebody getting a bag of money, changing their family's generational wealth. I can't do it.
No, I'm not mad at Tannehill for taking the deal.
True. Okay.
I'm mad at them for giving Tannehill the deal because how do you say that dude is the future of your franchise at quarterback?
Well, people thought Jared Goff was. People thought Jameis Winston was. Those are two dudes, first round, number 1 overall picks.
Who? I'm just saying, who gave Jameis Winston a big deal?
Florida, the Tampa Bay, they drafted him.
They didn't give him a big deal though.
No,
there's a difference between drafting a quarterback and taking a chance, and then later on down the line, give him a huge deal. They hit your cap. Right now, the Tennessee Titans are about to take a big hit in the cap because of they got Tannehill.
But at the time, man, like I don't remember what the market was for a quarterback, and that guy was coming hot out of Miami, previously at Texas A&M, and I think they were like, this dude's athletic enough to not lose games, and they said you got the king, Derrick Henry, back here, and they got a squad on defense, and they're coached hard, but dude, you got to have receivers.
Was he hot over there in Miami?
Bro, he got a big-ass contract from – what was his contract? Tannehill's contract for – what was it? Tannehill.
While you look that up, we got a couple comments in here. David Campos says Ryan Tannehill has to go. Andrew Campos is in the chat. He says, what's up, guys? Paul, he's asking why you brought Romo into the conversation.
Because I can.
And David Campos says you play to win the game.
Ryan Tannehill did a 4-year deal, $118 million in 2019. That's not crazy. His dude, he's getting paid low. He's getting paid low end QB1 money. He's getting paid 25 and a half. 25 and a half ain't nothing compared to 46 and a half. 50. Aaron's getting 50.1 million.
Stop comparing them to quarterbacks.
I'm talking about the contracts, bro. Look at the money. That's what I'm talking about.
But you can't you're giving him a contract that's
Aaron Rodgers,
NFL starting quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers was the number 1 seed in the NFC. Tannehill and Titans were the number 1 seed in the AFC, and both got bounced. One's getting paid 50.1. One's getting paid 25 and a half. Bro, that's what we're talking about here. Now, did Tannehill do everything to get them to number 1? No, sir. The defense and Derrick Henry did, and that O-line. Tannehill just didn't lose.
Why are you giving Tannehill money then?
This deal was done in 2019. The market back then was probably crap compared to what it is now. When Deshaun did his deal for 230, now Kyler gets 230.5. That's with incentives. He's only getting, I think, like 100 and he's getting like 48 million. No, 46 million point something annually. The point that I'm trying to make is the QB market is growing exponentially, and this new deal with Deshaun made it go up even higher. So the next round, growing? Bro, compared to what? Compared to the economy? Fuck yeah. I paid a bill on that one.
Are you talking about the money? The money's growing, yes. The money is growing, it's getting bigger. But as for good quarterbacks, no, it's not growing.
But the market is going to depend. Whoever's up for a deal is going to get the top end of that market. That's the business.
Dude, half the quarterbacks in the league are trash. More than half. The starting quarterbacks are just trash. They're mediocre at best.
Three quarters of let me rephrase this. Three quarters of the quarterbacks in the NFL cannot compete with that top quarter. But they're the 32 best guys on the planet to play that position.
Are they?
Who else? Who do you want to bring in? Cam Newton? Who do you want to bring in?
I mean, okay. You want to talk about as they say, either you take a giant douche or a shit sandwich. Who are you starting at quarterback if you're the Carolina Panthers?
You have to. If I had to pick today, I'm gonna pick Baker if he's healthy.
James?
I'm going with Baker.
If he's healthy. If he's not healthy,
who's the backup over there?
Well, there's two guys: Sam Darnold and Baker.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
And remember, these are 2 number 1 overall picks, guys.
I'm taking Sam Darnold.
For Sam Darnold couldn't throw to DJ Moore.
And what
Sam
and
Darnold
what
couldn't throw to
could-
anybody unless Christian McCaffrey was in the backfield. Once
I'm
McCaffrey
just
went
saying,
down, Sam Darnold went
The
down.
the Panthers started off with a good record last
Yeah,
year.
McCaffrey wasn't injured either, too. And once that
Well,
running game went out the door,
You can't. Once again, the league needs to stop paying these dudes just because they have a good
it's
season.
the business, bro. It's the business.
But I'm just saying, they gave McCaffrey all this money, and the dude is made of glass. Yes, when he's on the field and he's healthy, he's a good player.
Agreed.
He's a great player,
Agreed.
but he can't take a hit.
Neither
And
can
let me tell
Saquon.
you,
Neither can
I
Saquon.
don't know if they know this, but you get hit in the NFL.
Saquon can't take it either, bro. Just so you know.
Who?
Saquon
Barkley?
can't take it.
Barkley? Hey. But you know what? I'm not too mad about that because it's the Giants.
Of course
and
you
you
are.
know what?
Of course.
The Giants get the double bird. I can't put it up, but the Giants get the double bird.
Of course they do.
Straight Eli style. Anyway,
35 West.
all right.
Always back to it, bro.
35 West. Hey, it's not 35
Hey.
West. It's 35 West.
That's
Hey,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Stop. Anyway, all right. Who's your starting quarterback in Seattle?
What's up?
Who's your starting quarterback in Seattle?
Can I trade for Garoppolo? Can I do a deal? Can I send?
No.
Can I send? Okay, hold on. Can I send Garoppolo to Cleveland, and can we get Jacoby Brissett to Seattle? How about that?
Who is your starting quarterback from the roster of the Seattle Seahawks?
Drew Lock,
brother?
Drew Lock, bro. Drew Lock. I don't want Drew Lock, but you're gonna make me pick from that roster, Drew Lock.
What's the other choices?
Does
Is
it?
it still Gina?
Gino may be there. Let me see. Give me a second. Give me about 20 seconds.
You ever wear that jersey to the gym, West, trying to get it autographed?
Oh man, I wouldn't do that.
So
Just asking.
the depth chart,
Me and Dorsett are cool. Dude.
the depth chart shows Gino as a starter and Drew Lock as backup.
I think I would go that way. I go with Gina.
Gino did ball whenever Russell was hurt last
he
year.
did.
He did ball, but then 2 weeks later, he got everybody caught back up. They're like, "Oh, we remember how to defend you," and that's the thing is like, if you come out, people forget how to defend you, and then the NFL catches up real quick.
All right. Well, all right. Let's go to some teams where you may have a little bit tougher time. All right. Who is your starting quarterback in San Fran?
By default, or like, yeah, it's Trey Lance, bro.
So you say you're not going to go with Garoppolo?
Is Garoppolo there?
I thought he was still on the roster.
Bro, they don't want him. They don't want that
I know.
mess.
So why wouldn't you want him?
I would take Garoppolo over Trey Lance right now. Yes.
What has he done? What has Trey Lance done?
Nothing. No, he hasn't
What-
done anything.
I'm just saying. So I don't understand what has Trey Lance done that you want to get rid of Garoppolo?
They feel that this is coming from the 49ers. They feel he is Patrick Mahomes 2.0. That's what they feel.
Who?
I just told you the 49ers.
Jimmy Garoppolo?
No, bro, Trey Lance.
They feel like he's the
The
next
40
Patrick
the
Mahomes?
49ers believe this has come out of their organization. They think he is Patrick Mahomes 2.0. Trey Lance.
Did
Yes.
he not start a couple of games?
He played some. He didn't play a lot. He played some.
Was he great?
Garbage time. Decent. Nothing popped off the screen.
All right. Let's let's try a couple more teams.
I like how Wes is taking.
All
this
right,
segment
so
over.
let's go to the Browns.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson is suspended. He can't play for however many games.
How many?
He's not starting week one. Put
All
it
right.
that way.
All right.
Who is your starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns week one?
Jacoby Brissett.
I'm actually going to agree with you on that one. I will go with Bissett.
Shocker.
Who else is there?
Nobody worth
Well,
mentioning.
you got Rosen, and then
Rosen's a bust. Rosen is like he couldn't even hang. He couldn't even make it to training camp.
I'm just telling you who's there.
And you only know Rosen because they just signed him like 3 days ago. Signed him on Friday afternoon.
Getting that insurance.
Something.
Hey, I would have started Rosen before I started Baker.
You are. You better check what's in. You better check what's in that medicine cabinet, sir. You better check what's in that medicine cabinet.
Give Rosen the team that Baker had and see what he does.
He'll squander it like he did in Arizona.
Huh?
He'll squander it like he did in Arizona. That team.
What did he have in Arizona?
Oh my God, my bro. You're the number one pick. You're supposed to be building everything around you. He couldn't even get through training camp.
I'm just saying, what was good in Arizona?
We're gonna put up an owl emoji next every time you say who.
Who? Need to get a bed on there.
Oh, whatever, James.
He had David Anderson. That's what he had. Not David. He had David Johnson.
Hey, James. Next question is for you. If you're the head coach of the Houston Texans, who is your starting quarterback next year?
The head coach.
If you're the head coach, day one, this upcoming season, who's your number one quarterback?
Before our opening kickoff. Who's over there in Houston?
Exactly.
Mills.
Wow.
Just played at Stanford.
There you
That's
go.
the same thing the head coach for the Houston Texans are saying. Like,
Okay, Wes. Who's the head coach of the Houston Texans?
no.
Yeah, Lovie Smith, my guy. Y'all need to start doing some damn research.
No, it's the Houston Texans. Nobody cares. The Houston Texans
Bro.
are literally the worst franchise in sports right now. If it wasn't for Deshaun Watson and
If it's not for Deshaun and if it's not for the Jaguars, I mean, yeah, Houston. Let's put it this way: Houston is fighting for the worst franchise in the NFL. They're in the conversation, hands down.
I mean, who is your star player next year for the Houston Texans? Shut up,
Grant Delpit. Grant Delpit. You want me to say it one more time? Grant Delpit. Where do you play college football, Wes?
I'm guessing Texas State.
LSU, my guy.
Texas.
Louisiana State.
But I'm
Southwest
just
Texas.
saying, dude, who else is on it? Do you know anybody else? Shut up. Do you know anybody else on that roster? Shut up, Jay. I'm just saying.
Probably. I could guess, but I'll probably be wrong. Yeah.
You can't think of
Rex
anybody on
Burkhead. Rex Burkhead is on there.
I'm guessing he's gonna be number one running back because I mean,
I'd have to look, and there's probably like some Houston Texas fans in the chat. But it's, I mean, dude, it's a dumpster fire. They're still trying to clean it up. It's gonna take a while, but they're gonna have to clean it up.
yeah, I mean they
And just to think, like a few years ago, they were like playoff contenders.
Deshaun's first year.
Yeah.
they ran everybody out of there.
Deshaun's first year, they literally came back. They should have beaten Kansas City to go to the Super Bowl. Remember how they had to come back and beat Tennessee? And then they almost came back to beat Kansas City? And we're talking about Nuke, DeAndre Hopkins. You had Nuke, you had Deshaun, then you had JJ. I think who else was on that backside? Do you have some killers on that team? And they almost came back. They almost came back and beat. And it was Deshaun doing everything with his legs. Deshaun was getting them all out of all kinds of binds.
It's the franchise. If you look at the players that have left, they've all left so unhappy.
Well, are we going to count Brian Billick in that same mix? Because we all thought this was Brian Billick's fault. JJ getting into arguments with him like on the practice field. Well, it turns out that's not it. It was Easterby. It turns out Easterby was making decisions, get rid of O'Brien. and then we're going to get rid of Newt, and then we're going to get rid of JJ. And you sent them all to the same team except for Bill O'Brien. Guess where Bill O'Brien went after he got terminated from Houston? Alabama.
But I'm just saying, nobody has left the Texans and been like, "Oh, hey, I was so thankful for this opportunity with the Texans," and I will always be a Houston Texan.
So I'm gonna give you a little insight. The Houston Texans put together a committee of former coaches and players. Two notable names for players and coaches. One was Tony Dungy. Another was Andre Johnson. Y'all remember Andre Johnson?
Yeah.
Fighting Portland. Fighting. Was it Sutton?
No. Finnegan. Wasn't it?
Cortland Finnegan. That's his name. Finnegan.
Yeah.
Anyways, Sutton is the dude in.
Everybody hated them though.
So those guys gave a recommendation to bring in the new coach. This is when Brian Billick was being hired. They went and said, "Don't hire Billick, hire this guy." And they don't tell you who the guy's name is. And the Houston Texans totally just brushed off what the committee said. And it's like, if you're not going to hire who they say, why put them together?
Yeah, why?
Just because they can say, "Oh, well, we have a committee." But they're still going to make that trash-ass decision they made before that. Ever since Bob McNair died, the patriarch, after he passed, dude, Houston Texans just nosedive, bro. It's embarrassing. If you're Houston Texans, it's got to be embarrassing.
Shout out Jason.
No, it's not, dude. No, I don't want to pick on anybody, any fans like that, because it's not even their fault. 36 minutes after the hour, we're gonna roll into another break, but at the same time, we'll have to get off the rails a little bit more in this next segment. Boys, y'all watching any movies this weekend?
Hey, we should put up that One's Got to Go for the Off the Rails movies, and let the fans pick which one they want.
I'll show you in a second. I'll show you during the break, James.
Okay.
One got to go.
Yeah.
All right. It's the one you put in the group chat, right?
Yeah.
Stick around, y'all.
I ain't got time for that, dude.
See your favorite movie.
I ain't got time for this.
Maybe gone. Who knows? back, ladies and gentlemen. On the previous note of one got to go, Ari Mirov of My Sports Update, 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan made a comment regarding Jimmy Garoppolo. Had an awesome run with Jimmy, but when you bring in the cap and things like that, there's just so many tough decisions you have to make. Jimmy will be in a good spot, most likely somewhere else. Well, if that's not the writing on the wall that Jimmy's out of San Fran, I don't know what is. That's coming from the horse's mouth, the head coach himself. They want Trey Lance. They want Trey Lance this right now moving forward. They report to camp tomorrow. I'm wondering if a deal gets done by the end of the week.
I had saw somebody was talking about Lamar, and I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was a report on somebody within the Baltimore Ravens, and they said, I don't care if Lamar wins 12 straight MVPs. Did you see that?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know who that is? You know where it came from?
Who?
Jack Del Rio. You know
okay.
who Jack Del Rio is?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Former Jacksonville Jaguar head coach.
Yeah, current defense coordinator for Washington Commanders. Yeah, he's putting his foot in his mouth too many times this postseason.
Jack Del Rio.
Okay. Hey, I'll take Jimmy Garoppolo right now in Dallas.
Damn. That's how bad you're hurting?
35 West.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Who's the head coach?
I'm 35 West.
Who's the head coach?
I'm just saying.
Who's the head coach?
I'm just saying. I would take Garoppolo.
Who's the head coach?
For the Cowboys.
Who
Garoppolo has been to
the
championship games. He's been to Super Bowl.
Coach. Who's the head coach?
Of who?
Of Dallas. If Jimmy's the quarterback, who's the head coach?
I mean, the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys is Mike McCarthy.
So you want to play fantasy land. If you're telling me Jimmy Garoppolo's the head coach and Jimmy Garoppolo's the QB and Sean Payton's the head coach, sign me up. I'll take that. Sign me up.
Jimmy Garoppolo we could get. Sean Payton don't want.
Bro, you are out of your ever living mind if you think Sean Payton said one of his destinations would be the Cowboys. He explicitly said Cowboys.
I mean, Sean Payton hasn't been that great though, dude.
Thank you, Zoom. Thank you for ending the conversation that we were trying to have, because that is just craziness.
I messed up again.
I know, but Zoom took care of my thought process.
We got people screaming. He probably thought we hung up on him. We got people screaming no in the chats. No.
No to Sean Payton or no to Jimmy? Or no to both?
No to Jimmy.
No to Jimmy. Yeah.
No to Jimmy.
Yeah. Wes just likes stirring the pot. So Zoom took care of him for me. Zoom took him out. If y'all wondering what happened, Zoom changed their rules and they want us to pay more money. So we're making executive decisions on when we're going to do that or go and get new software. But yeah, Zoom, what the hell's going on with that? Why y'all changing the rules mid-year? You like do it on a Friday. You do it on a Friday, you change the rules.
Trying to catch people off guard.
Caught us off guard.
Caught us off guard.
Had to go look up the rules to see what's going on.
All right, Wes.
Shame on you, Zoom.
Wes, you were saying, Wes?
Wes, Zoom kicked you out, but they took you out for me.
Probably, I think it was probably my upstairs neighbor. I think she might be a 49ers fan because I was just saying, what is Sean Payton? He got the one Super Bowl. He had one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and he only had the one Super Bowl. So I mean, he might just be another Mike McCarthy. Am I wrong?
Yes.
What's the difference?
Yes,
What's
you
the
are.
difference?
I don't know. How about the 3 years in a row the Saints get taken out of the playoffs by a suspicious PI call? How about those? How about those 3 years in a row where they could advance and the Vikings took them out on suspect calls by officials? Bro, you want facts? I'm giving them to you. You can't come up to the conversation like that and I give you the bona fide information that took out the New Orleans Saints.
I'm just saying, Paul, answer this question. Who has more rings, Mike McCarthy or Sean Payton?
They have the same amount, Wes. We all know that.
Oh, they do?
How many playoff games did Sean Payton win compared to Mike McCarthy?
Probably about the same.
No.
What's the difference?
Nope. Nope. Not even close.
I'm just saying, dude. Like, what's the difference? They both had great quarterbacks. Didn't win as much as they should have won with the great quarterbacks. And you hear a bunch of hype about Sean Payton, this and that, but what did Sean Payton do once he didn't have Drew Brees? I mean, it kind of goes back to when people talk shit about Belichick or they talk shit about Tom Brady. Was Tom Brady the thing or was it fucking Belichick? But hey, Tom Brady moved on and won a ring without Belichick. Will Belichick do the same? Maybe it's about having a great quarterback.
Maybe it's not about getting phantom calls by officials. How about that?
Huh?
I bet it's about not getting phantom fake calls by officials. How about that?
I'm just saying, do you think Dak Prescott can get you to a championship game? No. If you got to think about it that long, then obviously no.
Not with Mike McCarthy as the head coach.
Oh, jeez.
Now hear me out. Now hear me out. I'm willing to wash my listen. I'm willing to wash my hands of McCarthy and Dak right now. If you're going to tell me we're going to go get a young quarterback in the first round and the top 10 picks of the NFL draft and a heavy QB draft, and Sean Payton gets to make a decision, I'll take that. I'll take it all day long.
I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe Sean Payton
now it's
is
not.
my
I don't know.
Coordinator. But I mean, first of all, Dallas Cowboys have to wake up and realize they got to get rid of their offensive coordinator.
Wes, that's what you do. You bring in Sean Payton to be the HC and the OC, just like you did in New Orleans.
Why not just bring him in as the OC?
Bro, you would say no to Bill Belichick if we got that opportunity. You'd say the same damn thing.
What has Bill Belichick done without Tom Brady?
You'd say no to Tom Brady if he came to Dallas when he was 50 years old.
No, I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying no to Tom Brady.
Okay, here's a different question. Mike McCarthy's out, Sean Payton's in, and Aaron Rodgers comes to Dallas. You gonna say no to that too?
No, I wouldn't say no to that.
Well, now you're starting to talk some sense.
Fucking right, you wouldn't.
But you're talking about unbelievable circumstances.
Oh, now you want to give Aaron Rodgers flowers. Now you want to give him flowers?
I'm just saying, Aaron Rodgers is not in the picture. No, I wouldn't go with that. I wouldn't be. That's not something I'd be excited about. Have you not noticed the trend? You got to have great quarterbacks.
Yes, I agree 100%. But on
paper,
most
coaching people talk about you got to have great quarterbacks.
On paper, Dak's there.
Dak's where?
Top 11, top 12.
That's not a great quarterback.
Okay, what's a great quarterback in your eyes?
Top 3.
Okay, tell me there's top 3. Who are you leaving out?
Who am I leaving out? You talking about? Okay. So when we're talking about this, are we talking about current players right now?
Now you sound like Devontae Adams walking back that Derek Carr Hall of Fame nonsense.
I'm saying, are we talking about current players? Or are we just talking about overall?
Okay, here we go. Let me just break it down real quick. Tom Brady.
Break it down.
Tom Brady. This isn't in no particular order, just names. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Josh Allen. Top 3.
All right. Top 3. I'm going Tom Brady. Say Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And Sean Watson definitely not. And he said, who else you say? Josh Allen?
Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes, number 3.
You're leaving Josh Allen, the front runner for the MVP, the number 1 team that's going to be in the AFC, and Josh Allen. You're going to leave him out.
Well, what out of the 3 quarterbacks I picked, what do they all have in common?
They all won Super Bowls.
You play to win the game.
And when was the last time they won?
Who?
When was the last time they won a Super Bowl? Out of those 3, when's the last time?
Tom Brady just won a couple years ago.
2 years ago, right? 2 years ago?
And then Patrick Mahomes won.
3 years ago.
And then
Aaron Rodgers
won a
12
while
years
ago.
ago.
I mean, technically, it was
All
last
right,
year
but
when
I'm
Tom
just
Brady
saying.
was throwing the Lombardi Trophy over. Technically,
that
it
don't
was
count.
last year.
That don't
technically.
count.
Hey, we have a comment here. I want you to verify it. Sean Payton is 9-8 in playoffs. Mike McCarthy is 10-9. Both have won Super Bowl.
Mike McCarthy's right.
Okay. What you giggling at,
Hey,
Wes?
Who said that? I like that. I like that stat.
David Campos. He's been in the chat all
It's the
night.
same thing. It's the same percentage.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing.
And when's the last time Mike McCarthy won that playoff game? That would be Super Bowl, whatever it was, 12 years ago. That's the last time he had a playoff win.
Dude.
That's his last playoff win?
He hasn't coached since then. Or maybe he has.
Yeah, they went. He took them to no. I feel like he's won a playoff game since then.
Not with the Cowboys.
If it was too long, yeah, of course not. But if it was that long of a drought, I feel like I would have remembered. Of course, it was with the Green Bay Packers. Come on, man. Get your head on right, bro. Get your head on right, bro.
If I had to guess, hold on. If I had to guess, it was 2017. Because that's the last time. Let's look.
Keep it up, James. Keep it up, bro.
I literally said nothing.
No, you know what you were doing. I always try to act like you innocent, bro. Let me tell
you something.
It was probably 2016 because they didn't make the playoffs in 2017.
What you watching? You ain't watching nothing today, Wes?
I'm
watching the last TPT.
How ironic! The last Mike McCarthy win in the
playoffs
postseason
against the Dallas Cowboys.
January 15, 2017.
Oh, is that Dez caught it?
Yeah, I think so.
He didn't though.
Right, but he did.
He didn't.
Come
on.
You're right, but he did catch it.
But he didn't.
No. According to the officials,
if you look it up if you go back to if you pull out the history books, he did not catch it.
The rule has changed since then.
So
how many rules have
changed? If the ball never hits the ground, it's not a catch.
The ball hit the ground, bro.
The ball hit the ground after it crossed the goal line.
It did not cross the goal line. Now you're getting outrageous. It did not cross the goal line.
Okay,
pull up the clip.
You're you're the producer.
You pull up the clip.
The ball did not hit the ground. The ball did hit the ground. It did hit the ground.
Oh, thank you.
You're right, James.
The ball did hit the ground.
So he caught it. You just said it.
The ball hit the ground. He tried to leap for the end zone. He came up short.
You know what? It don't matter, dude.
I guarantee you, it didn't hit the. It didn't nowhere near cross the goal line.
All right, boys.
And people forget.
Let's go ahead and transition to. I'm watching.
You know what?
I'm watching the clip
you
right
gotta
now.
hit the ground.
People forget that Aaron Rodgers was on fire. Even if they would have made that touchdown, he would have came back and torched them, ran up the field, and scored a touchdown.
There was a lot of time left. That's right.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever.
All we need is 14 seconds. Oh, he needs is 14 seconds.
All right, I'm watching again. I'm watching it now in slow motion.
Slow motion.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
It is slow motion.
1, 2, 3. Hand 1, 2, 3. That's a touchdown.
Let me see it,
bro. I'll be happy to. It's right here.
But James, why do you even care?
I don't care. You're the one that all I care is because people are like, "Oh, Dez caught it. He didn't catch it."
But if you pull,
he did catch it. What?
Listen. I'll explain.
I would say, yeah, he caught it, but guess what? It don't matter.
He high points the ball. He has possession. The left foot lands, then the right foot lands, and then he takes one more step, and that left foot dives for the end zone. The ball is literally sitting on top of his forearm. And when he goes to the ground, the elbow hits and the ball slides out. He still the ball is like coming out. But when the elbow hits, that's 2 feet. That's a catch.
You know, I hate going through this argument because it does. Even if Dez caught it, even if he caught, like people act like it was like 1 second left on the game.
We're not talking about who's going to win the game.
It doesn't matter.
We're not talking about who's winning the game.
So then why does it matter if Dez caught it?
Because it potentially could change the game. Potentially.
No way.
I believe you. I believe it probably wouldn't have changed anything.
Paul.
But at the same
You're
time,
the only realist.
I'm not saying there's too much time. Each team could have had 2
He's
possessions.
the only realist.
No. I'm being fair about this. I'm being a reasonable individual.
Being a realist.
But what I'm trying to say is that if they do score, it's 21-26. Hold on, Wes. It's 21-26. Packers are up. If they score or if they get 3, it's still a tight game. The most likely would have gone for a touchdown. A field goal.
From Goodell, it wasn't a catch.
A field goal still. No, it's probably Jerry. You tell him, Paul. You tell him.
Shit.
Try, Jerry. As much shit as I talked about Jerry, you'd be like,
you keep that. Hey, you know what you need to do? You need to get a jersey for Wes. On the letters, it's gonna be 35 on the back. It's gonna say Wes.
35 West. But we got to put his name like WES. 35 West.
Yeah, of course. All
right, guys, let's get off the rails a little bit more. Wait. I got to give Wes this time. Wes, you were trying to say something?
Oh, no. Only thing I was trying to say is James is an asshole. That's about it. We can go on.
That drink in my cup. All right.
Oh, he's being a bully. Well, whatever.
Somebody bullying your little ass.
See, picking on the small man. Dang. What kind of person are you, Wes?
Keep it up, bro. No, I'm not picking on him.
Can't keep it up. I'm little. Remember?
Yep.
Can't keep it up. I'm little.
It's rarefied air up there. Did I go blank again? Did I freeze?
No, it was just because I had a preview up.
All right, so let's get into the off the rails movie edition. Not off the rails, but One Gotta Go. Courtesy of 35 West. That's his new nickname.
He's a graphic master now. Provided both graphics.
Sounded kind of graphic master. So kind of.
I like my graphics. I like to play with them.
He likes to play with his graphic masters.
Take it away, Wes.
All right, Wes.
All right, here we go. We got a movies. This classic 80 movies. We got Back to the Future, Karate Kid, Ghostbusters, and Goonies. These are all pretty much keepers. But if you had to choose,
well, if they're keepers, if you were a kid in the 80s, maybe.
I don't know, man. You're a kid in the 90s. If you're a film guy, and you got to go back and somebody says, hey, you can only have 3 of these movies. We have to take it back. We have to take it back to the 90s. And you're at Blockbuster. And your mom said, hey.
Bro, we didn't have Blockbuster money, my guy.
Movie guy.
Oh my God!
Dude. We had dub. We're gonna dub it on TV. That's what we had.
All right. Okay. Here we go. This is how we're gonna do it. All right. We're at Walmart.
I ain't got Walmart money.
We're at the bin, the bin where it's like 3 movies for $5, and you only got $5.
What about tax?
And these are the only 4 movies in the bin.
What about tax?
Paul, I'm gonna bust you in the face.
No, you're not.
Ugh.
No, gross, dude, stop.
All right, get on with it. Go on. You made that. You framed him up too.
He keeps moving.
You got $5. You got $5, and you can only get 3 movies. Who are you gonna pick out of these 4 great classic movies? Karate Kid, Back to the Future, the original Ghostbusters, and Goonies. Me personally, I'm gonna start off first. The one that's got to go has got to be Karate Kid.
All right.
As much as I love the Karate Kid, and a big part of my upbringing it had, the other movies I just had way too many more lines that one-liners I still say. Goonies I still say a lot of lines today. Ghostbusters still a lot of lines today. Of course, Back to the Future was just a classic. So. And Karate Kid, it was great, dude. It was great, But I was more for the Karate Kid as I got older, man. I was more on the side of what's his name? What's the Johnny? Because you know what,
Because you're a
dude?
bully. That's why.
No, I'm not a bully. First of all, Russo was picking at Johnny, dude. He stole his girl.
Maybe he ain't got no
Johnny
game.
was,
Maybe he ain't got no
Johnny
game.
was just trying to Johnny was just trying to roll a joint, be peaceful. And you know who ruined that joint? Danielson. So you know what, dude? If you gonna ruin my joint, yeah,
Maybe he just wanted to save LaRusso's life and make him have a better life instead of what he was giving him. Maybe that. How about that?
I'm just saying. Everybody's trying to make it like, Danielson was the hero. No, dude. Johnny was just picked on, dude.
Johnny's a bum.
Danielson ruined his joint.
Johnny's a bum.
He poured water on his joint.
He's a bum.
What, dude? You're a bum.
Okay.
All right, so James, which one you picking?
I'm going Ghostbusters, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Surprising.
Well, it's only because Back to the
When you're
Future.
skilled.
Back to the Future, classic.
Dennis
Goonies,
Quaid.
classic. Karate Kid, classic, and Ghostbusters is also a classic. But with that being said, my brother was more of like the Ghostbusters guy. He loves Ghostbusters. He watched Ghostbusters. For me, for some reason, it just didn't pull me in like these other films did. I don't know why. I'm going Ghostbusters.
Come on,
Gotta go.
Bill Murray.
Bro.
Bill Murray all
Dan
alone.
Aykroyd.
Yeah, Bill Murray. Groundhog's Day wasn't on the list. I like Bill Murray.
Bro. Bill Murray. Well, it looks like we're all different. I thought you were gonna pick this one. I thought you were gonna pick the one I'm gonna pick. I'm picking the Goonies. It's got to go,
bro. I'm done with the Paul Rodriguez show.
I
will never be associated with the Paul Rodriguez show again.
Good.
Come on, the Goonies.
The Goonies is trash,
dude,
bro.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be angry, but there's no way you can pick the Goonies.
I just did.
How?
How?
I think because I never had the inclination to
Don't
watch
tell me
it.
you never watched it.
I never watched it on VHS. I always watched it on TV. And then they go underground and they lead this like auspicious journey. It's like, where were your parents at? Where was like the people supervising these kids?
They went to the grocery store.
Yeah, well, the dumbasses should have kept themselves in. Bro, keep yourself in the house.
Bro, David Copperpot.
Who?
Exactly.
Who?
They sound like Wes.
Play it out.
Paul, dog, you got to be kidding me.
No, I'm sorry.
Out of all
Bro,
the movies
Sloth,
in there,
Baby
Goonies is the
Ruth.
one that stays.
I know you like Baby Ruth.
Listen, bro, I love me some Baby Ruth.
Exactly.
Listen, bro, look, Karate Kid tied to it. Ghostbusters tied to it. Back to the Future. It came down to Back to the Future, but I was like, bro, I gotta roll with Christopher Lloyd on this one. Christopher Lloyd, Taxi. I rode with Taxi back in the day on Nick at Night. And then he wrote some really good TV shows in the 90s. I'm just saying, bro, I had to roll.
So it ain't even about, what's his name, Michael J?
Nah, Michael J, shout out. All right.
Come
Dude,
on.
he got all
he's
love.
still alive.
All love. Hey, man, he gets some phyto medicines,
This
maybe he
guy.
calm down. I'm just saying. That apparently supposed to be working with people.
Come on.
Bro, it's not.
Goonies is the one that stays.
One motherfucker. You said one gotta go. You said one gotta go.
Yes, but out of the ones that stays, Goonies is the first one that stays. You're crazy.
I gotta agree with him.
That's cool. I think it's a trash
As
movie.
a kid,
Wow.
all I wanted to do was go on a Goonie adventure.
Trash, bro.
You never want to go ride your bike and go on an adventure?
I want to go
What's
back in
wrong with
time.
you?
I want to go back in time. I want to learn from Master Miyagi. I want to watch Ghostbusters go up there, set a trap, and suck down some Ghostbusters.
No.
Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. What are you want me to do? The truffle shuffle?
Yeah, I do want to see that. Matter of fact,
you better win a bet. That's all I gotta say, dude. That movie's hot garbage. Hot garbage.
You're insane,
bro.
You
can dismiss it. You can say this one gotta go, but you ain't gotta call it hot garbage, man. That's disrespect right there.
Whoa, yeah.
Hot.
None of the movies up there are hot garbage. I'll say that now. None of the movies up there.
Okay, fine. Garbage. Okay, Lost Boys versus Goonies.
Goonies.
James. Lost Boys versus Goonies.
Lost Boys versus Goonies.
You know damn well who you picking.
I'm going Goonies.
Y'all are tripping. Y'all are out of your never living mind,
dude.
Bro. I think I've seen I'm pretty sure I've seen the Goonies more time than I've seen. All right,
y'all want adventure? Fine. Lord of the Flies, Goonies. Holla at me.
Only saw Lord of the Flies in school.
Only saw one time in school.
There were so many.
Check it out at the library.
You just said there's just so many great one-liners in Goonies. You got Joey Pants is in Goonies. You know, I mean.
Okay, hold on. You want adventure?
Here we go.
You want adventure? Stand By Me, the Goonies.
Oh, Goonies. Stand By Me was great, dude. I love Stand By Me is up there for me. But
James?
Still.
Goonies.
Y'all gonna make me break something. Y'all gonna make me break something.
Goonies is up there. It's up there with Sandlot. You know, it's like that would be the hard choice for me.
How does he do the
Sandlot
James?
or Goonies?
Bro,
huh?
This is how you look. Bro, no. Sandlot and Goonies are not in the same wavelength.
What? Oh, dude, you're insane.
Bro.
You never had the Sandlot and Goonies there, and you're like, which one am I gonna watch? And you had to make a decision.
Goonies
but you never owned it.
Goonies never on the list.
You know what? It's just because that it wasn't. You had a personal collection.
I didn't have any movies, bro. I didn't have.
So where'd
any.
you watch your? We
got to rent it from Movie Gallery, or back then it was Hollywood Video. We never did. We never had Blockbuster.
Rent it, then you'd rip it, then you'd return it, and you'd own it for life.
You know what it is?
Goonies.
You know what it is?
Parents weren't paying for Goonies, bro.
No, you know what it was? Is that you never had a chance to rent the Goonies because it was always checked out.
Maybe.
So you had to move
but
on
also,
to secondary.
they made fun of the fat kid in Goonies, and I feel like it hurt Paul's feelings.
Nah, bro. They make fun of the fat kid in Stand By Me, too.
Boom, baba, boom, baba, boom, baba.
I don't know what that is.
Come on, man, dude. For me, it's a tough choice between Goonies and Sandlot. Sandlot may edge it out just because it was more sports. But like just the lines and the adventures as a kid, that's what you wanted to do, man. You wanted to ride your bike around. Your parents weren't around, and you got into Goonie adventures. You explored.
All right, James.
I just remember like where we lived at, dude. We always would go explore the woods in the back, dude. Just ride our bikes, go find little whatever, build little forts, do whatever. But like, I don't remember, especially for me, I don't remember wanting to be the Karate Kid. I don't remember like saying, "Oh, dude, I want to do karate." Like we would mess around, play fight every now and then. Karate Kid. Back to the Future, I don't know, man. We wrote. It was a cool show, but like we weren't really into the future. Like the whole time you're thinking is like it'd be horrible to be back in the future, especially as a black man. And then you got Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, it was great. Bill Murray's hilarious. He's funny or whatever. But like, then again, it's like, I ain't afraid no ghosts. But dude, you wanted to go on a Goonie adventure. You wanted to explore the woods. You wanted to ride with your crew. You wanted, everybody had their little crew. And when you hung out, and that's what you wanted to do, man.
And like how
it's all about that crew.
He's guiding the house cleaner through, and she speaks nothing but Spanish, and she's like translating, and he's just like telling her all this fucked up shit.
And the shirt that Corey is wearing, I own that shirt, Purple Rain.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, dude.
Culture.
But it also hit home, even though I had older sisters, but I just remember my sisters being a lot stronger than me and pushing me around, and then I had to figure out ways to get around that with my little buddies.
I'm
But
gonna
like,
tie your ass up with a piece of exercise equipment and fucking take off down the road in my bike. What are you looking
then
up
how
over
you-
there, Paul?
Trying to pass the time until I get done with
He's
having this
digging-
little
he's digging
19.
deep.
No. There's no need to.
man.
He's all right. Let me ask y'all this: Goodfellas or Goonies?
No, Goonies. I'm not gonna disrespect these other movies with the Goonies. I'm just not gonna do it.
What? Yeah, all right, man. We're sorry. We'll go on.
I'm not.
Paul, what do you want to talk about? Paul's.
I don't want to talk about anything. That was our off the rails.
But no, you feel like you wanted to say something. Don't just.
James is
don't
the one
just
who
check
came
out
at
on
me.
us, man.
I didn't check out. I'm just here looking, waiting. That's all.
I thought he was looking up something.
Man, Paul needs a hug.
No,
James, go over there and hug him.
no, thank you.
You're gonna have to fly him out.
There's so many good movies here, though.
You see, he is looking up stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, we'll do another. We'll have to do another 4.
Yeah, we need to do something that's not in the 80s though, because like all you post is like 80s stuff.
I mean, it is a group. I was born in the 80s, 90s.
Dude, I'm old, so yeah, I liked a lot of the movies. But I got newer movies.
I know that.
I posted about newer movies. I posted a thing about 40 Hill Virgin, which is one of my favorite. when
You trying to
when
tell us
they're
something
coming
else?
back from the speed dating and what's his name? His wife. It has the she found his little card. He's like, "Did you write this card about the speed dating?" So you wrote that she was hurting for a squirting.
Damn, Paul has an ally in the chat. David Campos, whoever that is. Thanks for tuning in through practically the whole show. He says, I'm with Paul. Goonies has got to go. It's a tough choice, though.
Trash.
Man, who is this? This is Campos, I think it is. Which, hey, hopefully he's not related to the Campos that coached the Dallas Cowboys, because that was terrible. Sorry if you are related. But come on, man. If it's who I think it is, but this dude, he's a Spurs fan, so I mean, I don't know. He's a UT fan.
What the hell does that
Spurs
have to do with
fan, so it's
anything?
Kinda, I don't know what to expect from this guy.
He just goes through and finds their discrepancies.
It's all good.
Yeah, Andrew said tripping. I agree.
Producer Drew?
Producer Drew.
Yeah. Once you get well, buddy.
He's good.
We'll see.
He's good. He's good.
Papeles. What do y'all want to talk about, boys? I mean, this is this is off the rails.
About to hit the outro.
James ready to bed.
Hey, do what you gotta do. But what else was I gonna bring up, man? What are y'all thinking about KD going to the Celtics?
I don't care.
think it's gonna happen.
I don't give a shit.
Okay, bro.
I want to know what the punishment for Deshaun Watson is going to be. That's all I care about. I thought it was going to come Friday.
Why is it taking so long? Why is it
That's
taking
great.
so long?
That's a great question.
Are they still going over information?
I
Is
hope
it that
not.
much
I hope not.
If they're still going over information, then that's not good for Deshaun Watson, is it?
I don't know if you can go back. I think they can just look that Sue Robinson. The only thing she can do is just look at what's already been presented. She can't bring in new information. She can only look at what's been presented and then make a decision. I think they're waiting. I think they're waiting. They got to do something this week. I hope they do it tomorrow.
I'm seeing some stuff on ESPN too. Will you watch The Captain?
I am watching The Captain.
You are watching The Captain?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I gotta watch it. I want to wait till it.
I didn't know Derek was biracial.
Yeah,
I thought he was like A-Rod. He was like Dominican or some shit like that.
Hey, so you're
Have
watching.
you never seen the other guys?
Dude, he looks like A-Rod. They got green eyes and almond skin. It's
No,
Dominican.
I'm saying you never seen the movie, the other guys.
No.
Oh, dude, you got to see that movie with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
Oh yeah, Despot.
Yeah. So he says you shot Derek Jeter. He's a biracial angel.
I guess maybe okay. I'm
didn't pick up
not
on that?
gonna lie. I see movies and clips. Sue me.
Okay, my bad.
So you don't watch movies, you see clips.
I go to Fandango, like I'll search a movie,
Bro.
and I'll do like there's like 1 through 10 clips.
You're
I
the
watch.
worst.
Bro, I ain't got time.
Okay.
You go
So
to Fandango?
you said
Fandango.
you said that you were watching The Captain, which is released on a weekly basis.
Yeah. I have patience for sports. Sue me.
Oh, this guy. I'm assuming. I mean, I'm just trying to understand here,
Dude, I'm
'Cause there's
complicated, bro.
shows-
Yeah, I'm complicated.
All right, that's cool with me. I mean, I'm not trying to date you.
If
You know,
it's
I'm
sports,
just asking.
if it's sports, I'm gonna have more patience.
Okay.
But
Can
for
you imagine Paul's girlfriend?
dude, they never want to talk to me again because like they're just like, you know, a lot of the breakups are like because it's too. I'm too much into sports. You give no sports attention to me, and I'm just like, sorry about it. Sorry.
But get chicks that are involved with sports. Like any chick I got, she's got to be. She's got to like sports.
Listen, I would love to find a woman who's like, down to watch all the games, but I just think I get too nerdy with it, bro. I get too nerdy.
No. You gotta. It's gotta be a girl of mine. See, my problem is though, I don't go back. I'm not open minded the other way.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
She'll be open minded to me about watching sports, and then next thing you know, she'll try to get me to watch some kind of goofy reality show, and I'm like,
so you're a misogynist, is what you're saying?
Wes is very selfish about himself.
You're not misogynist. I'm selfish too. Like with my time, I'm like, oh, we got to go do this, and they want to go do that, and I'm like, sorry about it.
That's fine. I mean, to me, honestly, it's like, first of all, you got to decide if you want to be in a relationship.
I'm married to the game.
And a relationship, in my opinion, is a game of tug of war. You give some, and you take some.
That's in my opinion. Give a little some.
That's in my opinion.
You give it a little. Okay. You get a little. Some.
It's like tug of war.
I agree with that.
Okay,
I agree with that.
So
I'll give it some.
But there's I got friends and there's dudes like just like you, and I'm like, oh, it sounds like you don't want to be in a relationship.
No, I'm not ready for it.
That's fine. Yeah,
I'm not ready for it because of what's happened in the past. And so now it's just like,
you got hurt, huh?
Bro, who hasn't been, bro? Who hasn't been?
I have too, man.
You know how you get over somebody?
Get under somebody else.
I'll let your boy. Hey, don't think I ain't crying about no relationship.
No.
Well, what I am saying is
never that,
bro. Mount up.
Yeah, you put your guard up, and I'm definitely one of those people.
I didn't say anything about no guard. I ain't Kobe. I said mount up. Ride them Cowboys.
I'm just talking for me then, I guess. I put my guard up, and I have commitment issues, so like I don't trust nobody, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So it's your neighbor.
She got to earn your love.
Poor neighbor.
Oh yeah. Dude, what do you mean, poor neighbor? I'm so nice to that lady.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
On or off the show?
Both. I'm very nice to the lady.
Try a little tenderness.
You can't hang out. And I forget your name, lady. She's up there. Hey. I know you're watching, but it's all good.
I know you're watching. He wishes he was watching.
Tenderness.
Just when you see me out in the street, just all you gotta do is nod. I don't want to talk.
Hey, and shout out to all the great women out there doing their thing. If you're independent, do your thing. If you got a family, blessings. Or if you just focus on your career, blessings on that too.
Blessings on blessings.
Do you. You ain't got to worry about no man.
All right. Speaking of women, I see there's a UFC 27-7. Who you got? Pina or Nunes?
I got Nunes.
It's Pena.
I got Nunes. Wes, you got Pina?
God, dude, I get it. I'm not Mexican.
You throw down in the kitchen like with some tacos like you are, bro. You part. You like? You like 50%.
Does Pina? Does she have a chance?
She knocked her out last time.
She choked her out.
Yeah, choked her out.
She beat her up, and then I don't know, man. We might have to do a little something on this one. I like Pena, but she said she claims Venezuela, and I'm like, bro, come on.
I'll put
You listen to her on JRE?
Who do you said you taking
She'll have
Nunes?
to- a little bit.
James,
What?
you say you taking Nunes?
Yeah.
Hey, before you commit
I-
to anything, Wes, you need to watch them fight, and you need to watch them fight separate.
I wanted to go. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna say. I mean, we're not doing anything huge. I put 20 on Pena.
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 Yeah, if you win, I'm gonna say you didn't say Pena, you said Pina. I didn't know who the hell that was. She didn't fight that night.
Whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying? I got 20 on it. You down?
Bet.
Yeah.
Y'all need to do something. Y'all need
We got another.
Look at
We got
Paul, he's
another
pissed.
bet that we did last
I don't
week,
want
so we
money.
to find
Y'all
out
need to
that.
do. Somebody got to do something.
No, dude, I'm not doing anything. I'll lose money. I'm not taking any extremely hot stuff. I'm not doing it. It's not gonna happen, bro.
Weak.
I think Juliana Pena does have a good chance to run it back, but I think in my defense, with Amanda Nunes, she just had a child.
She didn't have her cardio. I watched the
They
fight.
kind of softened her up. Well, to be fair, she had a child. She's defended her belt while
she
she
didn't
had
she didn't have a child. She didn't have the child.
she okay, how would you put it? Not saying no. I'm not talking about physically.
not her-
I'm not talking about
her
like
She didn't
Her
carry.
mama-
She
her
didn't
baby
carry the
mama
baby.
had-
I'm not talking about it affected her
That's
physically.
what I meant. She didn't carry
I'm
the
talking
baby.
about like she like a
Hey.
child was like
They had a newborn join their family.
yes. There you go.
Hey, when James got kids, he had them children. He had to go through all that too.
He had two of them.
Ish. I mean, yeah, he didn't push him out
He
of his
raised
body,
all of
but
them.
he still had to go with it.
But he daddied all of
You
them.
know? Yeah, I'm just saying he had to go through that stuff because he had to go.
You pull that level down, son.
Wes about to get gone again.
Wes, you about to get dropped for real though. For real.
What?
Zoom
What
pulling their
happened?
bullshit. If you get dropped, we'll call you back, but not on there.
Oh. I
Before
thought
we
that
get out of
was-
here,
all
boys,
right.
tell the people y'all a little message for them before we get out of here.
Go Pack, go.
Prayers for Bakhtiari. James, Wes.
How dare you?
Everybody be safe out there, man. Travel safely, be nice, and try to control that rage.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and always remember, love yourself and love your neighbors. We appreciate y'all.
Dez didn't catch it.
Yeah, you did.